quite a long time now, Elon Musk has been against the concept of hydrogen cars. He even went as far as saying hydrogen is basically a big pain in the I won't go any further, and is a crazy alternative to battery electric vehicles. He didn't stop there, oh no, Elon dismissed hydrogen fuel cells as mind-bogglingly stupid. He called them fool cells and a load of rubbish. But as it seems, this stupid technology might become a top contender of Teslas. Toyota, the Japanese giant that stands at the top of all other automotive companies in the number of cars sold annually, has been working on hydrogen cars for some time now. And it seems that they might have cracked the technology with its newly unveiled model, the Yaris. Let's take a little look at that today. Elon Musk is known as the man who thinks of electricity as the future of the automotive world, and working to make that future much easier for humanity to achieve. But not all of the world agrees with Elon. Plenty of people believe hydrogen is the best fuel for future cars in our future, not electricity. One of the big names that holds onto this thought is the Japanese auto giant Toyota. Toyota has been one of the front runners in hydrogen fuel cells through its Mirai model. But the Japanese company also believes that hydrogen could, in time, be used as a fuel for combustion engines. So, they went on developing hydrogen technology, making it perfect to lead the future. It's released its latest concept showcasing the technology, a hydrogen-powered version of its GR Yaris hot hatchback. Up until now, the picture for the hydrogen technology industry wasn't showing much potential. For now, the refueling infrastructure is solely lacking, and the cars, while impressive in the case of the Toyota Mirai and Hyundai Nexo, aren't necessarily exciting. But entering the year 2021, one car made all the hydrogen enthusiasts wake up. It's been hard to escape the Toyota GR Yaris in 2021, whether it's at some automobile event or on social media. And at last, almost at the end of the year, Toyota thought of sharing with the world their new hydrogen model. This hydrogen Toyota GR Yaris has been unveiled by the technical department of the Japanese manufacturer. The hydrogen fuel tanks and refueling process of the experimental vehicle are the same as those found in the Mirai, Toyota's commercially available flagship fuel cell electric vehicle. However, whilst the Mirai employs chemical reactions in the fuel cells to generate energy, the hydrogen Toyota GR Yaris features an internal combustion engine with hydrogen as the fuel. While the hydrogen combustion engine technology is still in the early stages of conceptual development and experimentation, which started in 2017 and is not yet ready for commercialization, Toyota's experimental hydrogen-powered Corolla Sport is already delivering high performance at motorsport events in Japan with almost zero tailpipe emissions. Toyota claims that since hydrogen burns at a faster rate than petrol, the modified engine delivers good responsiveness along with excellent environmental performance, whilst also retaining the acoustic and sensory sensations that appeal in conventional combustion engines. The unit is not free of emissions, but the levels of CO2 and NOx produced are said to be many times lower than that of petrol. Toyota Europe's CEO Matt Harrison said that the technology would allow almost zero tailpipe emissions without electrification, but it does so whilst retaining the things which fans love most about race cars: the speed and the noise. Music to the ears, he added, especially to those of a petrol head. The internal combustion engine from the high-performance three-door hatchback employs a modified fuel supply and injection system, whilst the hydrogen fuel tanks and refueling process are the same as that for the commercially available Mirai, which generates energy through a chemical process in its fuel cells. This hydrogen-powered engine configuration has already seen development in the Corolla Sport that has been entered into the Super Taikyu Racing Series in Japan, under the rookie racing banner of the Toyota Gazoo racing team, to test the setup under the pressures of motorsport. That engine in the adapted Corolla Sport was entered into the Super Taikyu STQ category, and in classic Toyota fashion, President Akio Toyoda entered the series' 5-hour endurance race in August under his pseudonym Morizo, alongside racing drivers Takuto Iguchi, Takamitsu Matsui, and Masahiro Sasaki. In early 2021, Toyota actually was able to gather the attention of the world by announcing that it was going to take up hydrogen racing. The company is pretty invested in the hydrogen ecosystem, and the world knows something is actually up. It seemed like the hydrogen was being burned in a combustion engine in a Corolla Sport, rather than being used in a fuel cell. But the results are fantastically inefficient, since hydrogen burns 8 times as fast. It wasn't necessarily the most efficient way of doing things, but according to its announcement, that didn't stop Toyota. The hydrogen Corolla was deemed a success by Toyota when it first ran in June 2021 at the 24-hour endurance race at the Fuji Speedway. Although Toyota CEO Akio Toyoda said, "We faced many problems, but thanks to everyone's hard effort, we completed the race with a car almost at a shakedown stage. I believe there were many findings because we made the car ready in time for this race." In the race, the car spent around half of the 24 hours in the garage for repairs and hydrogen top-ups. Toyota said it was running at around 1/3 the efficiency of a comparable petrol car. According to experts, cars featuring hydrogen combustion technology needed to be a distant future. The hydrogen-powered experimental GR Yaris and the Corolla Sport both feature the same G16E GTS 1.6-litre inline 3-cylinder turbocharged engine that is found in the award-winning GR Yaris, but with a modified fuel supply and injection system for use with hydrogen as fuel. As with the Corolla, Toyota has not issued any further technical details on the engine, such as power or torque figures, or given a performance comparison between the GR Yaris H2 and the conventional GR Yaris. If the engine sounds familiar to you, this is the same heart that powers the GR Yaris, so it makes sense for Toyota to put this experimental unit into its tiny hot hatch just to see how well it works in practice. The car looks the same, the only difference being the fuel system, which is said to have been delivered from the Mirai. As for performance figures, Toyota is staying mum on exact numbers, but it has made this statement. In addition to being extremely clean, hydrogen combustion has added the potential to relay a fun-to-drive experience, with the acoustic and sensory sensations that characterize internal combustion engines. Whether swapping petrol for hydrogen makes any difference to the GR's output of 257 brake horsepower and 266 pound-feet of torque, and thus its 5.5 second 0 to 62 mph time and 143 mph top speed, well, we don't know yet. Those vented rear window covers suggest one of the H2 elements may impinge on the already small rear quarters though. There are no immediate plans for production, but Toyota says that it will continue to pursue hydrogen technologies as part of its push towards carbon neutrality. To that end, the company has also announced that it will launch a new generation of fuel cells in January 2022, bringing 54% more power density than the current configuration, along with a 25% weight saving and a 27% reduction in fuel cell stack volume. The firm says that the modules will come in two shapes, cube and rectangular, to enable use in a wider variety of applications, including commercial vehicles. The modules will also be assembled in Europe at Toyota's R&D facility near Brussels. Here's what the president of Toyota Motor Corporation, Akio Toyoda, had to say about their new hydrogen model. "We've taken the first step to compete with and develop our hydrogen-powered engine, and with the mindset of taking on the challenge. I imagine things will look a little different 10 years from now, and I hope people will look back and see how we took on the challenge with positivity and enjoyed every moment of it." Towards achieving carbon neutrality, Toyota has been strengthening its efforts, such as by aiming to promote the use of hydrogen through the popularization of FCEVs and numerous other fuel cell-powered products. By further refining its hydrogen engine technologies through motorsports, Toyota intends to aim for the realization of an even better hydrogen-based society. And as it seems, Toyota's success will be reaching that of some other manufacturers. Yamaha and Kawasaki Heavy Industries both recently confirmed that they will also begin developing hydrogen for motorcycle and heavy industry use. Honda and Suzuki will join them in the future. The four companies will maintain a distinct line between cooperation and competition by establishing a framework that defines areas of cooperation and collaborative research. So facing this hard competition, what will Elon Musk's response be? Will he be launching a new model to show who's the boss, or will he keep quiet? Well, let's see what happens. Only time will tell. So that's all folks, be sure to like and subscribe for more, and we'll see you in another video. Ta-ra.